Dr. Good, right?
Yeah, get my baby well. Dr. Good is pretty much everything that I'm about. Like, he's going out of his way, doing so many surgeries. That's what I do. When I go out and trap cats, I raise these donations and do this on my own. So I just love his mission. I love where he's at with it. I love that he cares. He's genuine and he's compassionate about that. And that's where I'm at. I think we can do a lot of stuff together, especially what he's doing with the club and the kids, because that's a big deal.
How you doing, Mike? Good.
Hello, hello, hello.
If you're looking to adopt a new pet into your family or are curious to see what the Homeless Pets Foundation has to offer, please visit our website at homelesspets.com or click the link below. We kindly accept donations to keep the nonprofit running healthy and strong, just like our beautiful pets looking for a home.
I always loved music. I mean, music, I grew up doing music my whole life, so you really couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna do music or have some type of rock band of my own. My stage name was Sick. It was like a real crazy rock name. People knew me as that because I did stuff like paint my nails. When I had hair, it would be spiked up and crazy all over the place. So I was a wild dude when I was a solo artist. So now I just go by Trap King, and most of my raps are cat raps.
This ain't no rap, I'm about that trap. I hope you know where the hell your cat at. Look, riding through the city and I'm looking for the kitty. Hope I find some, cause I got a lot of trash with me. Riding through the city and I'm looking for the kitty. Hope I find some, cause I got a lot of trash with me.
Working with people like Jackson Galaxy and Kitten Lady and then the news, I think that really took it to another level outside of the fact, like I said, living out of the van. People were like, wait, you live out of this van? And I'm like, yeah, I really live out of this van. Just riding through the streets and seeing people recognize the van, or people that don't recognize the van, just to see them like, did you just see that ride by? What is that? Or people at the gas station, I'll go at a gas station, I'm getting gas, and people will stop me and be like, so what is it that you do here? And I love it. That's the reason this cat's all over the van. I want people to ask me, what in the world is this?
Man, I know a lot of clients that feed local cats. Do you get many of them homes, cats that you take into your program? Or?
Well, I do. I have gotten some of them homes. Usually for me, it's TNR's return. I spend a lot of time educating. So much of my mission has been to show the Black community that the rescue world does care about the people in these underserved communities, not just the animals. I think from being in the military and being in the music, I'm used to the traveling, I'm used to talking with people, so that's been a big component, a big part of me being able to get out here in these neighborhoods and raise awareness and educate people, and people actually wanting to hear what I have to say and not just think, this guy's crazy, he's living out his van, trapping cats, so.
I've started these pet clubs, and I'll give you studies showing that kids in my pet clubs are going to be more successful in life because they learn how to get along. And I start at 3 years old and go all the way through high school, and in college we have community clubs.
One thing that I want to do so much is, again, you don't lose cool points for compassion, and that's teach that compassion at a young age. And I see Dr. Good doing that with his clubs, and that's something I want to really be a part of, because if you teach that compassion young, it can change the world. I saw on one of your episodes, you worked for Fulton. You worked in Fulton County?
Oh yeah, I was the medical director down there in 98 and 99 and 2000. That's how I got into rescue. We went down there and took over the shelter after the previous 40 years. It was run like a doggy Auschwitz. In 2 years, we cut the euthanasia rate in half.
So you were there, because I worked, that was when it was Lifeline? Was it Lifeline Animal Project then?
No, I was before that.
Oh, okay. I started like 8 years ago with Lifeline.
No way.
Yeah, I started Lifeline, and I didn't even know about TNR Rescue. I was just gonna scoop some litter and hang out until I go back on tour and do music. I was just looking for something to do in between tours. The interview was actually bad. The interview was not even good because they had me in a room interviewing with cats. So they asking me questions and I'm just picking up the cats like, I'm playing with all the cats, and they like, you didn't answer that last question. And I'm like, I'm sorry, I'm holding 2 kittens. And they're like, listen, we want to hire you. We want you to be around. You didn't do too well on this interview, but clearly you love cats. I always loved cats, had cats. So once I saw what TNR was and started training, I was like, oh, I'm gonna do this. Once I got in, I just saw the effect. I saw the effect that a man of color being engaged in cat rescue and how effective that could be. I didn't know that was as rare as it was, but once I saw it, I reluctantly called my buddies back on tour and was like, hey man, I'm gonna do this cat thing. I'm gonna stick with this cat thing. And they was like, cat thing? Like, you leaving a rap tour to do cats? And I'm like, I know it sounds crazy, but I think I can have an effect on this world. Like, I can really fill a void. If I do this, I can make it, you know, popular, more trendy, and raise awareness. So I wanna do it. That's what I'm gonna do.
Everybody does know what TNR is, right? Everybody, it's trap, neuter, return. So the process of it, when people call me out, I go to a lot of HOAs, a lot of apartment complexes. I do presentations.
And I did it. I stuck with it. I stayed with Lifeline for about 5 years. I trained with them and Best Friends Animal Society, and then I started Trap King Humane Cat Solutions after a while. Started doing my thing and haven't looked back since. It's been me in the trap van ever since then.
Like I said, that's been the communication gap. So when so many people ask me, you know, Trap King, and why did you do it? And what, are you saying you the king? Are you saying you the best at it? I'm not. I'm not saying I'm the best. I'm not saying I'm the king of trapping. Like I said, it's to get people's attention, but I'm a voice for the voiceless. Trap King is where animal rescue has created. This is what it's created. This is what it's done. Because that's how serious it is.
Lifeline Animal Project, when I came, and it's crazy how
it was early. You got in there. They were there just there. It hadn't been long.
They hadn't been long. They had just got DeKalb as well. So they had Fulton and DeKalb.
So Fulton County commissioners had no choice but to fire this previous group. Because for 40 years, from the mid-'60s to the late 90s, over 40 years, euthanasia rate was 98%. Everything that went on. But you'd allow the local humane society to cherry pick the cutest 1% to 2%. And the other 98% were euthanized every 3 days.
Wow.
I had no idea this was going on. And of course, I'm oblivious to this. I'm just a vet up here in Marietta, Georgia.
Wow.
And I worked with a lot of rescue groups. But then one of my rescue groups took over the Fulton County Animal Show. It's called Southern Hope. And this was an eclectic group of basically school teachers. Okay. And I'm looking at this and I'm telling these ladies, there's nobody on this God's green earth that's gonna take this job. They gotta come down here and help you turn the frickin' Titanic.
Wow.
And then I told them, I said, but fortunately for you, I'm half Italian and half German. The German is why I'm successful. The Italian gets me in trouble. And I took the job.
So I'm like, wow. I was like,
you were a lot like me. I didn't know anything about rescue, and I had to learn on the fly.
Yeah, I learned. The only thing I had was.
Now I have all the answers, bro.
I think we can do a lot of stuff together, especially what he's doing with the club and the kids, because that's a big deal. Like, so many of my cats that are social when I trap them, that's not actually feral, we could probably help with that program, with that club, and get some of these cats adopted.
Riding through the city and I'm looking for the kitty. Riding through the city and I'm looking for the kitty. You see that cat? Yeah. You see that trap? Yeah. Yeah. You see that cat? Hey. See that trap? I'm gonna bring that back. I'm gonna bring that back. Yeah. Hey, I love it, y'all. Thank you so much.